In the first week of September 2025, I went on a tour visiting all the top Singaporean universities like NUS, NTU, SMU, SUSS, SUTD, SIT, SIM, etc. This was an exclusive tour organized for independent admissions and career consultants such as myself in order to learn about the education system, the admission process, and what these universities are looking for in their applicants. So I'm making this video summarizing the insights I had about the education system in these universities and how to get into them. So let's dive in. First, let's talk about the education system. Before that, you need to understand that Singapore was once a British colony. And post-independence, its leaders like the first Prime Minister, Lee Kuan Yew, were heavily inspired by the Western societies, especially their education system. He wanted to get the best out of all education systems in the US and UK and align it with the Asian hardworking mindset. Every university that the leadership has established was established with a unique purpose and vision to address a certain education and skilling gap. The first university is NUS, National University of Singapore. Established in August 1980, it is the country's foremost large-scale public university to offer diverse degrees that a modern society required at that time. This university was like the Harvard, Oxford, or Cambridge version of Asia. It not only offers diverse degrees in engineering, arts, life sciences, law, medicine, etc., but is also the best in all those fields in that particular country. In fact, for all these fields, it's frequently ranked among the top 10 in the world. And it's indefinitely the best large public university. It has 50,000 plus students and faculty living on campus. And trust me, the campus is a mini town in itself. They call it Uni Town. The lecture halls are big, the student intake is high, but fiercely competitive. I personally had a feeling that this university has got everything that a Harvard or an Oxford has got to offer, at a much lesser price, especially for international students. But you should be very dedicated to academics to thrive in this program. Next up is Singapore's technology powerhouse, Nanyang Technology University, or NTU of Singapore. As the name suggests, it was predominantly established to be the Technology Research Institute of Singapore, much like MIT in the USA. It is very well known for its engineering and sciences degrees. As I was walking across the university, I was blown away by the infrastructure. It was nothing compared to what I have seen in the USA. I have been to Harvard, MIT, Princeton, and I've personally studied at Brown, but this is next level compared to what the US universities are. This university also offers a great variety of majors and minors, and you can pick interdisciplinary courses like computer science and business, economics and data science, etc. Again, since this is a very large university and has a phenomenally large intake, the lecture halls are big, and some of the classes are even conducted online in order to accommodate that large number. But I felt, much like NUS, this is also a place for those who are academically rigorous and are pretty one-dimensional. Basically, attend lectures and labs, work hard, score high, and graduate. The third university on this list is particularly my favorite, the Singapore Management University. As Singapore evolved to be Asia's financial and banking hub, the political leadership at that time decided to establish a strong specialized management university that offered industry-relevant skills in finance, accounting, banking, etc. SMU is much like the London Business School of the UK or INSEAD of France, which are specialized business schools. Now, why is this my favorite university? Number one, the location. It is centrally located in the Singapore's business district and is very well integrated with all the corporate companies around it. Number two, the teaching style. The classrooms are in fact very small compared to the NUS or NTU, and they have a flipped classroom kind of learning, which is you have to come pre-prepared before every lecture. That is, you need to go through some notes and attend some online classes that are prescribed by the professors, and in the class you have to discuss and debate and ask doubts about what you have learned, and you have to analyze whatever you have learned along with the professor. Now, this is called active learning, through which you tend to understand and retain the concepts you have learned better, and also parallelly improve on your communication skills. Now that we have covered all the top 3 popular universities, I highly encourage students to also have a look at Singapore University of Technology and Design. We have a large-scale university like NUS, we have a technology university like NTU, we have a management university like SMU, but SUTD is specifically for those students who are very creative or design-oriented, who want to integrate technology, in order to suit the modern technological needs of the users. It has great programs in product design, architecture, computer plus AI plus design. Singapore also has private universities like the Essec Business School, LaSalle College of Arts and Design, which are all branches of world's top universities and offer phenomenal education. Now that we have had this overview of all the top universities in Singapore, now I want to dive in to understand the admission insights that I've learned from admission officers, especially for international students. Here are some common themes one needs to make note of if one is considering to apply to Singaporean university. Number one is the quota system for international students. All the public universities of Singapore are mandated by the government to offer 10% of their seats to international students. And universities have to strictly adhere to this quota. Although this is great on paper, with increasing demand for Singaporean universities, the competition for these seats is going to skyrocket, making it extremely hard to get into these programs. As I was talking to the admissions officers of NTU and SMU, they were telling me that last year's grade average of students was 42-43 out of 45 for IB students, which means about 95% plus for CBSE or ISE students. But this quota system is actually only for public universities. Private universities do not need to adhere to this. Second is entrance tests. From what I've understood after discussing deeply with the admissions officers, I realized that they do not really care for SAT or ACT or advanced placements. The most important is your final grade. Extracurriculars. Again, for them, the most important is grades. Let's say they want to differentiate between two equal standing students, then they look at extracurriculars. Again, the highest importance is given to co-curricular activities like maths or science olympiads or academic projects, while leadership activities and community impact are also factored. Scholarships. All the public universities offer scholarships for international students, which is actually offered by the government. This is mainly a merit-based scholarship and they come with a 3-year work bond, where after graduation, you have to work in Singapore for a period of 3 years. So this bond will make sense for those who want to settle down in Singapore in the near long term. Because to break the bond, it will cost you a lot. They charge a lot of penalty, which means that you cannot leave in midway. You have to work there for 3 years and only then probably go back to your country or move to a different country for graduation or masters or PhD or such kind of things. So these are the major takeaways I got from my tour and my interactions with the admissions officers of these universities. But to be very honest, I was blown away by how the Singaporean government has invested in its education system. This is definitely every government of every country has got something to learn from the vision of its leaders. That is why the top universities here are no less than the Stanfords or the Harvards of the world. If you have any questions regarding universities and admissions at these universities, do comment below and I'll be happy to answer.